Hello, everyone. It's time to circle the wagons for the Coon Prairie Ramblers. We're here to share our mental meanderings and confabulate on just about everything. With me in the studio is KC and the Moonshine Gang. And to my right is the rebel without a clue, Luke. And I am the mailman. I got it right that time. It's time for us to do some confabulation. So you ready to go?
That's like
Bring it, brother.
All right. I like old TV shows.
Old TV shows.
Yeah.
Well, who you calling old, and what defines old?
I may be a little bit older than you gentlemen.
No, you're younger. I'm the elder statesman of the group.
Oh, okay. Well, so you know the 50s and the 60s TV? Now, I'm not talking about, it could be Westerns, anything. You know, like Topper. Remember Topper?
What's my line?
You like that? I did too.
Well, I thought that was a question. I was wondering what my line was going to be.
No, what's my line? That was a good show.
What is your line?
Yeah, and they brought on people that were also famous, and they'd try to guess who that person was.
And there's a couple of shows, I get them confused. There's What's My Line?
To tell the truth.
And To Tell the Truth. And I always, when I say it, I always think, which one's which? But
one was about What's My Line, and the other was To Tell the Truth.
To Tell the Truth is where they stood. It was time for the real guy to stand up.
You had to guess what they did for a living.
Yeah. Well, the real, is that the one?
So
Was
the real Mel
stand up.
Jackson, please.
And then
They'd shuffle around, and one would finally stand.
Yeah, right.
Bennett Cerf, Kitty Carlisle, and people like that were the...
And the lady who was the columnist, the one that died.
Wasn't Ann Landers?
Kitty Carlisle.
No, I can't think of it. Anyway.
Anyhow, but there's very few game shows anymore. You still have Jeopardy.
Yeah.
And you still have Wheel of Fortune, and what's the one where they slap the buzzer and they survey said Family Feud.
Family Feud. That's more fun. Jeopardy to me is intimidating.
Well, I love trivia. Some of the categories I wouldn't pick, but I love trivia.
Well, some of those the columns, I'm thinking, I'm glad I'm not up there because I would never go to that column.
Look how easy it was. I would freak out if it was me. I couldn't. I would faint or whatever.
Yeah.
No way I could do that.
Yeah, my wife loves that show because she's always she's yelling out the answer to him. Come on, you idiot! It's this way. Oh no, it's not. I'm thinking, Carrie, take it easy.
It's easy to say from the couch.
Yeah.
If you're up there at the podium, good luck.
If I was at that podium, I'd be sweating. Man, they could look. They could tell me I was under due arrest.
What TV shows do you remember from back in the day that you just could not get enough of? But now when you watch them, they're like super corny, and you say, "How in the world did I watch that?" You seen some of those?
Okay, where I was from, we had Channel 10, Channel 4, and Channel 7. It was ABC, NBC, CBS, and 4 and 6 was ABC and CBS.
That's not relevant to here.
I'd be flipping back and forth because it'd be Roy Rogers or the Lone Ranger or something else. I'd be click, 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 click. Because, see, I watched Roy Rogers because I loved Dale Evans, even as a young juvenile.
But the question is, what shows did you remember that you loved then that would be corny now if you watched that you can barely bring yourself to look at?
The Red Skelton Show.
What? Well, are you serious?
It's corny. Yeah, you go watch an old Red Skelton.
It was corny, but it was good corny.
Well, yeah, I guess.
And there's people that can pull off corny, and there's people that can't. Red Skelton could do it. I mean,
that's right.
And I love to hear him get tickled at himself.
Right, trying to be serious and can't.
You know?
But
a lot of people, when they get tickled at themselves, it comes off really bad. But you would get right there with him, and you'd be just laughing and.
But I couldn't handle Gertrude Heathcliff.
Oh,
that was so corny.
I loved it. I even actually wrote a song when I was a little kid about. But instead of being Gertrude and Heathcliff they were two seagulls.
Okay.
I wrote a song about two buzzers flying along.
A song or a joke?
A song.
Let's hear it.
No,
come on.
You don't want.
How many of y'all out there want to hear KC singing?
It was about these two buzzards that were flying along, and they weren't paying any attention to what they were doing, and they hit a power line.
They hit a power line,
and they were stuck and couldn't get loose.
Ooh.
And so the hook in the song is heated to the power line. We're heated to the power line. We can't get loose till they turn off the juice because we're heated to the power lines.
Well, that's pretty clever.
You gotta don't laugh too bad because I was only probably 5, 6, 7 years old when I wrote it. Maybe 8.
That's unreal. That's very clever for that
age. A prodigy, huh?
Wow.
Yeah. That was the end of my hits.
And it took place at Buzzard Roost?
No, it took place right in Nocatee, on Carlton Road.
There is a Buzzard Roost, right?
Yeah,
that's Wauchula.
Wauchula, yeah.
Up there. Okay, yeah.
Up above Limestone.
The foreign country.
That's right. Lost in Space. I loved Lost in Space
that
back
is
in the
corny
day.
now.
And I watch that today, and I tell people I never saw that show before. I don't know where it was when I was a kid, but I loved it back in the day. I was because it was always continued to next week.
Yeah.
They would finish up whatever the episode was, and then it'd show 2 minutes of them walking around on another planet, and all of a sudden some kind of creature would grab one of them, and to be continued next week.
And when it started out, at least when as a kid, I thought it was going to be a serious show. I thought this was going to be serious space travel stuff. I mean, not cornball.
Realistic, as in it could,
Yeah,
could happen.
like the professor snuck onto the spaceship, and then they blasted off, and he wasn't supposed to been there, and he made everything go haywire.
Was that the one where it said "Danger, Will Robs"?
Yeah, that's a robot.
But it got more corny and more corny as things. I mean,
well, the aliens got to looking stupider and stupider.
Yeah.
I mean, they're more like cartoon characters.
but they had Sherry Jackson on there one time as a alien.
Relative of yours?
Well, I wish. No, not
I don't know Sherry Jackson. I don't know Sherry
because she
Jackson.
would have been a cousin. Oh, she was on the Danny Thomas show. She was the daughter on Danny
Okay,
Thomas show.
that's who that was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hubba.
Yeah, that was. I can see how that would have been corny, but I never did get into that show that much.
I'm surprised the robot didn't zap Dr. Smith back in the day. Just go ahead and fry him and be done with him.
They should have locked him up.
He was a stowaway on the Jupiter 2 to begin with.
But one show I think that is timeless. The humor in it was far beyond its time. Was Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The humor there was
Oh, it was
different levels there for whatever age you were.
Exactly.
There was something for you there.
You can go back today. Of course, you're talking about shows that at the time we thought were great, but I mean, you can go back today and sit and think, and think, I probably might have missed that when I was a kid.
And you probably did. Now that I think about it, we should all go back and watch them.
Remember this eeny beady jelly beanie? The spirits are about to speak. Are they friendly spirits, Bullwinkle?
And every one of their different segments, everything they had was really great. Natasha
and Boris.
Yeah. Snidely
Whiplash.
What was Boris's last name?
Better than off.
Do you remember the college that Bullwinkle went to?
No.
What's the matter, you? Was the name of it.
That's right.
And that show was way ahead of its time.
And what was Rocky's full name?
Rocky something Squirrel.
Rocky the Flying Squirrel.
Rocket J. Squirrel.
And they called him Rocky.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Bullwinkle.
Yeah, that was one of the.
Now, was that a Hanna-Barbera show?
No, I don't think so. No, not at all. That was part of the Fractured Fairy Tales.
Okay, because I had
it was tied in with Tennessee Tuxedo and some of those other shows.
I had a thing against Hanna-Barbera because when Hanna-Barbera started making cartoons, they started going downhill. You'd have one frame, and you'd hear a voice like they're talking, but their mouth ain't moving.
Maybe they're made in Japan.
Maybe that's where they started.
They're translated into English, like the old Godzilla movies.
How about that? I'm gonna have to go home and listen to some Rocky. And
He's going to go home and look it up on YouTube. We're going to be watching. We're all going to be watching Bullwinkle and Lost in Space this afternoon.
How about your favorite Western?
So many of them, too.
Yeah.
Every night of the week.
All of them.
3 or 4 of them.
The Rifleman might have been one of my favorites. Because of the kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You related. We were young like that, so we related to the boy.
You related that more than you would to some
But the
of the
thing
other
about the Rifleman, it was dark. It was always something. It was sinister. They
was always out.
They were out on this prairie, trying to protect their homestead, and something was always coming to their back door to just mess everything up. It was
a different element.
Yeah.
You didn't have.
It wasn't like Maverick. Maverick was more.
A lot of humor was in Maverick or whatever. Very jovial and stuff like that. But my favorite Western was would have to have been Gunsmoke, which was the longest running Western from 1955 to 75 until it was canceled. But I enjoyed.
I remember
Gunsmoke.
I came back from the Vietnam thing, and I came back and I didn't watch TV. They watched TV over there, but I came back. I'm thinking Gunsmoke's still on. It's still there.
Matt Dillon was still.
Man, he's getting
running
old.
them out of Dodge.
Kitty's getting old.
That show got better with age. I like Matt Dillon in his older age than I did when he was young.
But I like Festus too on there.
Better than what's his face? Yeah. Chester be good. Marshall Dillon.
He was a very good singer too.
He was better than Festus.
Festus was Dennis Weaver.
Dennis Weaver, yeah. Of course, he ended up with his own show.
He was a good singer too.
Oh, absolutely. Sons of the Pioneers and the Festus thing sometime. All right. How much time we got? We got to be winding down here shortly. But anyway.
Well, there was Wild Bill Hickok, Kit Carson, Jim Bowie, Rin Tin Tin. Remember that?
Yeah, you can name Western forever here.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll pick that up again.
Lone Ranger was my favorite. Jay Silverheels, Clayton Moore.
Silverheels. All right, we're going to fade on out.
All right.